Hi folks, this is Sakalsa from our little ball of mud, and I'm showing you some really truly amazing artwork from our next guest, who is Jane
Oak.
Jane Oak. And wanted to welcome you all here and appreciate everybody's looking at all of our shows. And we've got Jane is number 20 now. And I'm just kind of going around. And you make the baskets, Jane?
Yes.
Okay, the basket. It's okay. Ooh, look at that. Is that a stone,
That's a stone.
on the bottom?
Yes, I use stones.
It's an agate.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, how it's mounted in there. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I love doing artists, and Jane is a wonderful artist. Is that a ring? Well, I want that. Wow, Jane, I didn't know that you were doing jewelry too.
Yeah, it was just a pastime.
Well,
It costs too much to keep going.
I can understand that. Oh, and there's some of your... What are these called again?
Saggy bottoms.
Saggy bottoms.
This is the back end of them. Here, want me to turn one for you?
Well,
You can't see it.
you can
But
see...
he's got a little saggy butt.
Oh my God. These are called saggy bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
She does the baskets.
And some more of the... Now, is that a stone in there too?
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know what that is, but I fell in love with it.
Wow, that's so cool.
And then this one also has an agate in it,
Oh.
and lots of stones in that one.
Look at it. Look at that agate. My goodness. Where do you get these?
My friend, I have a friend that deals with them.
And there's more, folks. I'm just going around. I want to do this to make sure that we get the... And look at this. This is a wall hanging, right?
Yes, and it's a weaving.
It's a weaving with all kinds of shells and... Oh, it's just beautiful. And where am I going now?
Well, we're going to take a little break and put Jane on camera.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to be interviewing Jane now. This is also one of Jane's works. I like the...
Now I know where Amy gets her talent.
I know.
Amy's just blossoming now in everything she does.
And we're coming over here because I want you to see this other piece that Jane has done, which is... Now tell me the story of the skull.
I had painted some buffalo skulls for a friend, and Johnny got me these skulls, and I used some paper mache clay. and
To
I rolled it
embellish
up
them?
there, Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then I painted it.
Uh-huh. Wow. Wow. How many of these have you made?
About 10.
And they're all with other people, I'm sure, right now. Okay, and then we're going to come back again. Okay, here we are back, and doggies, just, I mean, who could ask for anything more? We're here with Jane Oak, and I'm so happy because Jane is Amy's mom, and you can see Amy in our very first show, and that's where Amy gets her artistic abilities and influences from her mom. It's really balanced, incredibly beautiful pieces of work. I'm sitting here petting Jane's hand. I thought it was the dog. Oh, I know. You just can't get enough. Anyway, here we are.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you. And so, tell us what your kind of artistic history is. What were your influences growing up and everything? Did you have an easy time flowing into the art world?
My dad, he got me into doing things. We did leather work. He was a very good leathersmith. We've done some copper work, and then he started cutting out toys and out of wood and building things, and he was also a cabinet maker. So
he's always been like this.
But he
with
needed
his hand?
somebody to paint them, so that was my job.
Oh.
So we
Oh.
yeah.
You got to paint the pieces that he worked on.
And then we worked together with, he would make frames for some of my pictures that I had painted.
When did you first start? At what age?
Probably 12, but I don't know. I don't really remember a lot before then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You've been encouraged since you
Oh, yes.
were young, and you didn't have somebody saying, you shouldn't be doing that.
No, my mother always questioned, why would you use that color?
Oh.
No.
Well, at least she wasn't saying, why are you even thinking of being an artist?
Right. She didn't do that, but
Yeah. That's a good influence. That's a good, good way to grow up with positive people
yeah.
giving you things. And so what have been some of your real epiphanies as you've been growing up?
Epiphanies.
Big things that influenced and
Oh, everything. I am a crafter, and I used to make teddy bears. and
Teddy
sew
bears.
Teddy bears up on the bed there. I
Oh,
have.
okay.
So I made teddy bears and sewed a lot, and then I was painting with my dad, and then I started painting the skulls. I painted rocks.
All here in Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then I went on to canvases, and I had a friend that taught silver clay, which is a silver metal that is like 99% pure silver, but it's in a clay form, and that's what I made my jewelry with.
Okay.
And then you have to fire them in a kiln. So it dries out the clay, brings out the... So, and I did that. Did some beading, and I pretty much everything you do, the macrame, all the things we did in the 60s.
Have you had shows?
No,
You've never had a show?
no. I never have enough pieces.
I see a lot of pieces.
Well, those are my pieces. The jewelry are mine, but the baskets I make and have been giving them as wedding presents and birthday presents, and I just keep finding more things to add to them, like the shells. And we had a cactus that was diseased and had to be removed. I had them put it in the back, and as it's falling apart, I collected the boots from it, and so my next basket will be done with the saguaro boots and some coral ribs, and I'm trying to incorporate that into some baskets. And I have a friend who will be opening a shop in a couple of years in Tucson, and so
And
they are
your friend's
interested.
name?
Is Kathy Johnson.
Okay.
And she and her brother will be opening up a shop there. So she grew up with the gems and minerals, and so
It's a big center for gems
Oh.
and minerals. They have a huge show there
Yeah.
every year, don't they, in
in
Tucson?
Tucson, but she has traveled all over.
Mhm.
So her and her parents. So now her and her brother are going to just put a shop together and do it.
Will you be showing there some of your
I hope
things?
so. My baskets and maybe some skulls.
Okay. What about your paintings? I'm looking at this turtle. Don't you think that that is, I mean,
I
that
love
is
it,
so fantastic.
but they deal with native and natural things.
Native and natural things.
Hmm.
Native,
American Indian.
oh, American Indian
Uh-huh.
things. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And since the baskets are all natural,
Right.
they're pine needles and agates, which they do sell. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll get some of those in there.
When did you do the turtle?
2 years ago.
What inspired you?
I just wanted to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
I'm painting with my grandkids now, so.
With your grandkids?
Yeah, they're very talented. They love to paint. They love to make it, work in clay, bead, anything.
Now, I understand that you have a David Hardy here
Right behind
in the
me.
house. Oh, right behind is
Yes.
David Hardy, who is one of our famous artists'
Friends.
friends.
Yes.
And
He showed me that as soon as he finished it, and I fell in love with it. And that was in the 80s.
wow.
And then I received it as a gift from my ex-husband. So, yeah.
Big Ted.
No,
No.
not Big Ted. Mo.
Mo. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, keep up, Jake, keep up.
No, me keep up. Well, what do you have to say? You've been watching the world and what's going on out there these days. What are some words of wisdom that you might have for the
No
humans?
wisdom. Just, I feel that the world's on a ticking bomb. I don't see any hope. Yeah, they're passing laws to treat everyone the same, but I don't see it happening at all. I think the blacks, the Mexicans, the Chinese.
All God's little colored
Yeah.
folks and
Yeah, and it makes me very, very sad.
doesn't it though? It does. It does. I mean, here we are on this little ball of mud out in the middle of space, and nobody sees the miracle of it.
No, and they don't kind of think, yeah, we're all the same. We really are. God created us all, so I don't know.
Why have these prejudices? Why do you think that is?
I think people think they're better than others. With the owning of slaves, they were.
My theory is that it's the way that they excuse their own failures in life. To put it onto somebody else. If it wasn't for them, it would have been better for me.
Yeah.
Or this,
And not accepting
Yeah.
yourself.
not
or-
accepting responsibility for that
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And been watching the trial on Muhammad that was shot and killed because he was flat. And all he was doing was running, taking an exercise jog. And he was shocked because they didn't like him. You know, they said he was a thief. He wasn't. Everyone around him in that neighborhood never saw him steal anything, and he wasn't stealing, and he was jogging. So there was no reason for that. It was just their stupidity, their arrogance, that they are better.
Phew. Well, let's hope that comes out so that the people will be taking responsibility for
I hope so.
what they did.
But I do have a little hope with my grandchildren because they have a lot of different nationalities and I never hear them say, oh, because she's black, oh, because she's Chinese, oh, you know, none of that. This is my friend, the way it should be. And I hope they continue on that path.
Well, I appreciate your viewpoints on that because it's a difficult subject to enter into, of course.
It is. It's just my belief.
Yes, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
More to tell the planet?
Enjoy it. Take it back. Make it better. We don't start.
Each person.
Each person has to be a part of it. Recycle. Don't let your water run. Shut off that water when you're not using it.
And shut off your negative thoughts when you're...
Oh, isn't that the hard part? Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I deal with depression almost on a daily basis, and that is one of my hardest. I have to keep my hands going and doing something. Otherwise, I'll slide right back into that negativity.
Yes, sometimes our inner voice is our worst enemy.
Yes. When they talk too loud sometimes.
You just send the judge and jury on vacation. Forever.
Yes.
Have a good life. Bye.
Yes, I hope to.
Jane, thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad we finally got to do this.
Yes, I know. And thanks to Amy for, keeping
Yes.
it going and everything. And we'll put this up probably. You're John's mom-in-law. You better get it up quick.
Hear that, John?
And thanks to Johnny, by the way. Wonderful man.
He is.
Wonderful man. And he's been editing all these shows.
Oh, he's very talented when it comes to music and computers and all those things. Your films, yeah.
We're blessed to have him in our life. Okay, folks. Words of wisdom from Sat. Take care of the people around you and show them lots of love and let them know that you care. And with
He
that,
agrees.
the dog agrees, and we'll see you. Oh, I wanted to do this for Jane. This is her shirt, our little ball of mud shirt. That's for you. And I'm going to sign it.
Yep.
I've got the pen.
You need a table?
I do. Look at you.
I know.
Look at this.
Just right.
I have one thing that I do for all of them. all we're doing. It's just that. Okay, now in taking care of this shirt,
Mm-hmm.
no hot, dry, or hot water wash. All things
Wash cold,
are cold.
hang dry.
Hang dry.
I hang dry a lot.
Yeah. And there we go.
Thank you, sir.
There it says Sat. Love with a heart.
In 2021. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, dear. Yay. Okay. See you on the next show.
Bye.